Good morning all, MacBlogs here, aka Ian. Today I am at Summerlee Museum in Coatbridge in Lanarkshire. Summerlee Museum is the Industrial Life Museum of Scotland, and it's been a long time since I've been here, probably since I was very young, very small, so I've forgotten all about it. I actually forgot it was still here, so this is why I want to add this to episode 6 of my Places in Scotland series. So this is the final episode of this series, the first series I've done for this type of content. So hopefully you have been enjoying the first 5 episodes, the first 5 videos that I've done that are out there. If not, you can go check them out, but I'll put all the links down below. But yeah, I'm going to go and enjoy and bring this museum to yourselves. There's a lot going on outside and inside. I'm really looking forward to it. It's a nice day so far. It's dry, and yeah, I don't know what to expect. I think the tram, there's like a tram that used to go round inside. I think that is down, but I can show you what it was like and where it was and that kind of stuff. But there's a lot to see. This is a free entry as well. I'll show the map just now, and then we'll get on our way inside, or outside the museum and inside as well. So join me today for a fun day for episode 6 for places to see in Scotland. Let's go. So here is some information. This is a leaflet that I have got from inside, just to get some more information before we head on in. So Summerlee Museum of Scottish Industrial Life was established in 1988 to preserve the objects and stories of lives of working people in the industrial heart of Scotland. So 22 acres of gardens, woodland, monuments, tramway, miners' row, and a museum inside as well. So a lot going on here. I'll show you the map just now as well. So here is the map, a very large map, a lot going on, like I say. In just a few moments I'm going to be standing here at this entrance, the open gate, the gate, Summerlee gate. Have a look at that, and then all these numbers represent things we can go and have a look at. And here's the key here as well. So the key here is all numbered numbered 1 to 24. And we can have a look as much as we can. I'll try and cover as much. Like, there's a lot to cover, so hopefully I can cover things that are really cool here. So you can see along here, I'm going to enter this way. That's the museum inside. I'm not going to go straight inside. I'm going to have a look around, to explore, go right round, see what's outside, just because the weather is holding up just now in case it rains later on. So have a look around outside, and then we can head inside and have a look at the museum. So let's go. I am parked up, ready to go. Let's go inside. Well, let's go outside and inside and have a look around Summerlee Museum of Scottish Industrial Life. So this is the entrance. Looks pretty awesome, in my opinion. Looks really cool. There's also a free car park over there as well, right across the road. So let's head on in. So like I say, this is called Summerlee Museum of Scottish Industrial Life. Like it says there, admission is free, and that is the opening times. So yeah, like I say, I'm going to walk outside first. However, just because of the layout, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back up to this bit, but on the sign here gives you directions of what there is and where to go. I'm going to see the canal and the Vulcan, the boat, first, which means I need to go this way and head down this path. But I will come back up and have a look at all this going on. That's the museum in front of us, I'll go round when we come back up and have a look what's down here. Feels like there used to be maybe an old bridge. They're over these kind of high walls, possibly. We're coming from the entrance through this section here. You have what would be and look like trenches back in the World War days. Some barbed wire there. And danger signs. Gives you some information. Soldier's life in the trench. And what we're going to do is walk down and see the Vulcan. Now again, I'm not a historian or kind of facts and figures kind of person, but I'm just going to vlog my experience as I go. If you follow me before, this is all I'm doing. Got a long time since I've been here. Just before we have a look at that Vulcan boat. Wonder what this is, or was. Does anyone know what this would have been? It's very unusual. I don't know if it's some sort of pump. Very unusual. Over on the other side here, there is some, I don't know what that is. Is it Ironworks and old mines? But there's a little bridge there, so we can have a look at that in a moment as well. So there's so much going on here, so much to have a look at. So we'll go back that way in a moment. Let's go and have a look at the Vulcan. So which way we're going to go? We'll go right and have a look around the other side. So here is the Vulcan canal boat. I have no idea the history of it. But it looks awesome. Looks very old. Just be careful being next to the water here, so there's not many fences. Let's have a look what it says here. It says Scotland's first iron boat. The Vulcan was built 2 miles from here at Faskine in 1819. Wow. There's the plans, how it was made. I'm not going to read all of that, but you can pause the video if you wish to have a read there. That looks really, really old. Really awesome. It's elevated off the water, so it's not actually in the water. There's no way you can get in there, is there? Is that open? No. I'm only saying that because I thought I seen something inside. That looks cool. What we'll do is we'll go around to the other side and have a look at the other elevation of the boat. Now, I'm in 2 minds now that I'm down here rather than going back up the way. This path leads on right round. So it says coal mine and cottages down that way, so might as well just walk. So I've walked down there and walk all the way round the, basically anti-clockwise round the outside of the museum. Hopefully it all works out, but yeah, no plan as such, just having a good day here. Learning some new things, seeing some new things, and it's a nice day. So yeah, that's more of the, I don't know what they are, is it, if it's old mines or such, but yeah, we'll have a look at that just now, and I think I'm gonna walk around that way, and then that should lead all the way back up to the outside, the front of the museum. So I was going to have a look at this, because I think the little bridge, that little bridge there, that takes you to have a look in more detail. So it's saying it's a Summerlee Ironworks site. Guessing that's the old sign. Look at this. This is very old. So be careful here, these steps. Look at the iron coming out the walls there. Look at this. Wow, that's steel there. Some more steel sticking out. These old bricks. Wow. Nice little walkway, you can a viewing platform. See the base of an old column. Some old steel pipes there. I'm fascinated here with this, but I don't know if that's like, is that old mines? But it says steelwork, so I'm not too sure what that means. More walkways here, or walkway. Old foundations, old walls. It's like an old curved wall there. Nothing really more to show there, but that's just, look at the columns, these big columns. It'll be interesting to see what stood here, or how it looked like all those years back. It might show us inside the museum. Fascinating. It's just, to me, even though I don't even know what was here, but I can just feel the history. I've said it before with a few things. I think the last time I kind of felt that way was at the museum in Orlando, with the car museum at Desertland. It just brings you back, even though I wasn't here, but it feels like I was. Strange feeling, very strange. I know that sounds bizarre, but when you stand in something like this, you just feel, I feel anyway, the kind of, I don't know, the energy of the works that kind of went on here, even though I don't really know what went on. So bizarre, strange feeling. I don't know how that comes across, but even look at that. To me, I don't even know what that is, but to me it's like an old pit, maybe where they store something, like you come in. I don't know. Is it an old storage area? But to still be there, still be here. Right, let's continue on today's adventure. So maybe we can find more about this later on in the museum. We'll head back out this archway, this doorway, up these stairs. So walking past the Vulcan again. I'm going to walk down towards the coal mine and the cottages for, I'm guessing, duck. Don't mean duck as in like crouch down. There is a duck. There. This is the Monkland Canal. So again, I put that in there just to see if I want to pause it and read that. It doesn't look deep, but I'm not going to test it out. Oh, look at this, that's an old pump. So again, just be very careful what you're doing. There's no fences here, just this path that I'm walking along. But it is a very nice day. Something fenced off here. I think this is just a pump. I say just a pump, but you never know. Might be a original, but I think what is that? Right, I'd be guessing all day. Oh, a couple of swans swanning around. And there's a bench here as well to sit and relax. What was that? Did you hear that? Is that a fish jumping out? I don't want to annoy the swans. They are very beautiful swans. Very big swans, aren't they? They're very big. Oh, you chicks. They're very protective. So, there's some barriers around here as well, so I'm not going to annoy the swans. I'm going to go up these stairs, see what's going on. Or steps. So I have went the right way, but look at this, this is like something out of Transformers. I'm scared in case Bumblebee transforms. Look at this, it's just never seen anything like this. Obviously in the modern day age, it's yeah, a lot more better, but just obviously industrial. That's the whole idea of showing the past here. Look at the size of that. We have a tram not in action, but it is for display. Let's see what it says in here. I mean, it looks old, but it's a Glasgow Class 311 blue train, driving battery trailer motor coach. So I can't get any closer because there's blue rope. But it does say there, this particular train was built in 1966 by Cravens of Sheffield, and the driving battery trailer number, blah 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 blah, the number is only one of 3 preserved examples left in the world. Glasgow's blue trains were Scotland's first electric passenger trains. Wow. Glasgow Electric. You look at that. I can actually hear trains in the background. Current trains. That was good timing. An actual train line there. That is so cool. I'll walk down to the other end. There's the numbers there, so you can see the numbers that's painted on. This one looks like it's had a bit of a paint job on the wheels, and this one hasn't. Oh, there's a train going by there. Look at the timing there. You can just see the train. Yeah, so let's go and have a look at the coal mines and the cottages. So it looks like the tram that used to run here round the park and museum. You can see the tram lines there. And well, the tram lines there, but the power lines there ran all the way down this road, and it still stands, but it's not in operation anymore. But you still have the trams lines and the power poles there, and the lines of cables above as well. A grassed area here, you can play. I don't know what that is. Little ramps there. Just a sensory garden. You can sit and relax. Some benches over there. I'm gonna have a look. So let me take our bearings here. So I'm gonna guess this is the mine. I'm gonna have a look at the mine area over here. We'll walk inside in a minute, and I believe this is the cottage area here. This is the main entrance. So this old equipment. And the tree swing. No, I am not going to go in the tree swing. Probably will break the tree swing. That's incredible that this is just here to walk in for free to have a look at this history. Summerlee Coal Company. Have a little look at this contraption. We'll walk up round here. So this is all kind of stained with coal, of course. So was it brought in and stored here and then taken up into there, or was it stored? I'm guessing it was mined over there and brought up into here and then brought down and then taken away. That would be my guess. Some old tracks there as well, some old train tracks there. See them there? Let's go to the other end. So just coming across the way, the same area, we have bays, where I believe it looks like they've stored the coal. Some old trolleys here. I think that's what you call them. Look at all these. Which should be on the tracks, bringing the coal out. So look at in more detail, it just looks like that was powering something, but underneath it was transported, and underneath this mound it came out, which we'll have a look at in a moment as well, and it went up to there. And yeah, they collected the coal at that point, so kind of mined for the coal here under the ground, of course, and then it was brought up to there. Again, I could just feel the history. Very hard to explain. Great condition. This is just, I don't know how much of it has been preserved in regards to like treated and renewed or anything like that, but it's in great condition. Train going by, in case you're wondering what was going on. These old trams and locomotives. That one there, it's got a name on the side of it, Robin. Look at this, NCB number 9. Just look at that. So very clean, tidy, something that's free to come and have a look at. It's in great condition. Obviously a lot of care goes into this, a lot of time. Yeah, so let's go and have a look where the coal would have came out in more detail. So just in between, so in the middle of the two areas we've just looked at, I believe this is where the coal would have been transported out of those carts. So this is that would be the mine. And I think they do tours. I think there's something I've seen before, they do private tours, so maybe one day could always come back and get a tour inside the mine. But I'm going to go and have a look at the cottages, which you can just see the cottages there. Have a walk around them of what it would be like, I presume, inside to live here whilst mining. From the mines heading in to the cottages. Now I believe this is an actual sweet shop, so I'm not going to go in and buy sweets. I think it is closed just now, maybe on a break. But each store there has a step back into a different era, a different year. So let's go and check these rooms out. I've heard so many good things when you step into these. So this first one is 1910s. And then you look at this inside the cottages. So all of these are just like time capsules of what it was like in these years. The beds recessed. The old cupcake tray. The old stove. Wow, right. Very, very cool. So cool. Heading back out into the next, another era. Oh, this is going back, so I said 1880s. Back to 1880. The old stove there as well. It's just, I don't know what words to use. It's fire extinguisher. That's not an 1880 fire extinguisher. But yeah, this is just wow. To see how the world was back then. Very similar to the video that I done of the Glasgow tenement house. If you haven't seen that video, I'll link it down below, which was a time capsule of how everyone lived here back in the day. So there's a little broom, coal over there, again recessed beds. Some information, you can pause the video if you wish to read that information. The washing line inside there. The rocking cot. Is that a bed that slides out as well? Got a toy with a horse and a cart on it. Oh, what was that? Smoke alarm beeping above me. Is that chicken? Is that a big chicken leg? A big turkey leg? I believe this is the laundry room, the washroom. The old bike there. Look at this. How cool is this? I've got an audio overplaying in this washroom. I'll try and put some audio, clips of the audio in. But yeah, stepping into this really kind of brings you into this era. Oh, I'm speechless. This is just awesome. The wash house. Like like a manual labour. It goes on to just clean your clothes and clean items. With no running water as well. Wow.
Mrs. Goodlear's on her way in here, by the way. She's got her washing the poor wee soil in her pram. You know she get Mrs. Bryce's done in the wash house. What do you think of that, Peggy?
Hen, did she need a washing on a Monday? Come away in, Mrs. Goodlear, Hen. You need a hot geezer shout. Hen for Bob, look at her dreaming again. Bet her and that Mary horse was at the pictures last night. She watches them American films. It's turned her head. I bet she's dreaming about her new house with her washing machine. You know, she's a laying down for one of the new houses in Shawhead.
I could sit in this wash house all day in the laundry room listening to this audio. So cool. Right, let's go across and to see what this room has. So this is in 1940, so back in the war time, the war era.
We shall defend our island, whatever the cost may be. We shall fight on the beaches, we shall fight on the landing grounds, we shall fight in the fields and in the streets, we shall fight in the hills, we shall never surrender.
So the old furniture, carpets, 1940s in the back. The kitchen area, I can hear some sounds going on there. If someone's making some tea. The Hoover. The old record player here. It's got Piccadilly on it. Oh, I love this. Hopefully you can hear the radio going off there. You see dominoes on the table there. Oh. Here we go now. 1960s.
Such hard work Mondays, but not for her. Takes half a minute to transfer the clean clothes to the spin dryer.
1960s. So we just came from the washroom not long ago, and now they're talking about washing machines there.
But with Supermatic, things have speeded up, and out comes the first load of clothes, sparkling clean, fresh, and ready to iron. See? Extra dry. And unmarked. That's because the smooth-sided spin dryer cannot damage clothes. Can't get away from it. With a Hot Point Supermatic, Mondays aren't so bad after all. Something quite light-hearted about them.
Again, carpets, couches.
Oh, God, I've had such a hard morning.
I believe that's a hairdryer. We've got Hoover over there. Oh, what's going on here? If you can hear the music playing. Ah, classic. They just don't make music like that anymore, do they? Or do they? So I'm going to head out before I get hit with a copyright strike. Oh, look at that! It's just taken back to an era where I wasn't even around, and I just love it. Absolutely love it. Oh, I don't want to leave. I just want to listen to the music. Right. 1980s. Oh wow, it even smells like 1980s. Oh, the A-Team. Oh, oh, look at the bike. The couches have been upgraded from the previous rooms we had a look at, the previous eras. Cabbage Patch Kid. The exercise bike as well. Little doll. Look at the record player. And the old papers there as well. Papers and even the curtains and the wallpaper. Pictures. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Right. And the last one. Last room. Some sort of, what do you call that again? What's that there? A weaver. Original Summerlee weaver. So is that also a weaving machine? Machines. So you get this one there. There's a lot going on. That one there as well. That is so cool if they've made those items using that. I need to see that happening one day. It must be very, very skillful to make something like that from that. Right, I'm going to head on. So that has been the cottages, so hopefully you've enjoyed that. I thought it was pretty cool looking back and listening to all the music as well, and the laundry. Oh, there's some tartans. There's the tartans of Scotland. Right, let's continue our adventure. So just leaving the cottages, we can go to the gardens and the kitchens just round the back. So I've left the cottages, so I'm still in between them. I'll have a look at the gardens. Just a little kind of overlay. Wow. There's a lot of houses I've seen growing up that are still like this, so it does bring back memories for me getting brought up. This little bunker here, little shed. I'm not going to cover everything because it would be a long video, but so far I'd highly recommend coming here, spending a full day here. I haven't even made it halfway around, I don't think, on the outside yet. What's going on inside? So you can actually come in. I see a 1940s kitchen. So we've seen inside there, and I didn't know that you could come round in here and have a look at the kitchen. Look at the little drain. And the condiments there. Peas. Is that a sewing machine as well? Yeah, sewing machine. Got the shelving up high top, up high level. Old stove and irons. This is cool. This is just, look at this sink. Again, It brings me back, even though I wasn't alive during the war, but it just gives me the immersiveness of what it would be like living in a property during the war, or even living during the war. Just because I've got in these kind of places that I've been before like this, like tenement house, but just with the kind of war sirens going off in there, and the clothing, I don't know, the radio going off in the room. Very, very immersive. This is just, look at this. Awesome. Awesome, amazing. You're going to hear a lot of today from myself. So I'm going to head out and away from the garden, out of the cottages, and continue walking round. So there is the mine we've had a look at. There's the cottages just there. Little play area here as well. But I've reached a map. The map's telling me where I am. I am here. To give you some bearings, we've walked in the main gate here, walked along and down, had a look at the boat, the Vulcan boat, and walked along here. Seen the swans, walked up the path here, seen the train and Bumblebee the transformer. Walked along. There's the mine that we've seen there, there's a cottage, and just about to walk over this very nice looking bridge. You can go downstairs, will we? Get down these steps. Will we quickly have a look down? Let's go, quick walk, power walk. Power walk, and we'll have a look at the canal, get my steps in. Just takes you down to this area here. Very picturesque, look at that. And that's that. So let's go back up over the bridge and see what other awesome things we can see. So far, for me, for being free, again, I know I've already said I recommend coming here. I still do recommend coming here. Yeah, so cool. History, a lot of history. And even if you don't like that kind of thing, history, it's still a good day out. There's the tram line again, and the cable above. I'm going to walk over the bridge and see what this building is. It looks like a building full of equipment. It says danger, do not enter. Presuming it's for that area, because there's a little bridge, a path we can go in there. So let's go inside and have a look at the equipment. A tool grinder. Look at the size of these wheels. Bandsaw. Look at that, old. I'm going to say train, but I don't think it's a train. It's like a very, very large cart of some sort, carriage. Presuming to transport coal, but I don't know. Lots and lots of old equipment Lots of woodworking tools. Look at the steps there, look how steep they are. I don't think I can get inside, and the door looks like it's padlocked up. Look at that in there. I also hear an ice cream van. I don't know if you can hear that. Yeah, the old workshop inside there. And head out into this here. Wow. Look at all that. Little carriage. Very big wheels. Don't know if the camera will really pick up how big that is, but look at the size of that compared to the size of the workshop. So just that. Little wheels here, so I'm guessing kind of drove on top of that and wheeled things in and out. Again, just a guess. Oh wow, look at this. Look at this. This is incredible. Wow. Absolutely incredible. This is a hidden gem right here. How cool is that? That's awesome. In 1953 or thereabouts, the works were frozen. Absolutely terrible to working conditions. And obviously the apprentices and the other people who worked in the plant get very angry about having to work in these conditions. And there was one chap in particular, Pat Travers was his name. He ended up being a union man, and at that time he was ringing all the apprentices asking what we were going to do about it. And so we decided to give Murray and Patterson's, the owners, an ultimatum. If we didn't do any of the heating by next Monday, we were going to go on strike. Unheard of in Murray and Patterson's. Come the Monday, there was nothing done about it, and Pat called a meeting in the shop floor and asked if we were going to put up with this or if we were going to go on strike. So we all trooped out, picked up our cards, and got into the yard just in time to see Mr. McGregor, the elder, shutting the gates in Murray and Patterson's. So we all moved forward in the yard in front of him, and Pat was his usual spokesman. And Mr. McGregor asked us what we were doing, and said we're not going to work in Murray and Patterson's anymore under the conditions, we want heaters in. Mr. McGregor looked at us, took off his bowler hat and gone at us. If he's worked harder, he wouldn't feel the cold. And we all turned and walked back in again, clocked in. We didn't have any breaks in Murray and Patterson's. He started at 7:30 in the morning to 12, and 12 to 12:30 was your lunchtime, then from 12:30 to 5 o'clock, with no breaks. That was really cool, having a look at all that old equipment. And I'm going to head back this way, up towards the entrance, have a look at everything that's around the entrance, and then we can head into the museum. There's so much going on. I said I can't show everything, it's really impossible to show everything. But look at this big train. A very old train. We've got all these old parts as well, old equipment. It's awesome, absolutely awesome. It's my favourite word today. Absolutely incredible is another word. I wonder how old this is. It's really, really old. I don't know why I'm getting Back to the Future vibes. Just waiting for Doc to jump out and tell me I've got to go into the future. Look at that. You still see a bit of the green paint on it. Some green on that. So yeah, I'm going to walk back to the front, to the entrance, just at the gate area. Have a look at what's around and then we can head inside. So now just back at the gates, the entrance. We went down to the canal in Vulcan to start off going round the outside, but now we're going to go into the museum and have a look at these contraptions first, and then we'll head inside. So what do we have over here? It's a punching and shearing machine, a very big machine, and this is a real steam crane. That looks really cool. By the time this crane was ordered in 1944, the firm had moved over to building electrically powered instead of steam cranes, and it was probably the only pressure of wartime demand that led to this crane being built for Coatbridge Limited, making it probably the last steam crane constructed in Scotland. And this real steamed crane in the 1900s. So former employees or leading crane maker George Russell. So like the later Marshall Fleming crane nearby, this crane was built for Coatbridge Limited. At this time for the Lanarkshire steelworks, it remained in use until 1970s when it was rescued, unfortunately minus its boiler. So there we've had a good look on the outside. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video so far. And if you have, hit the subscribe button, support the channel, hit like and share, all that stuff, spread the word. But let's head in to the museum inside. I do not remember ever going into this museum, so hopefully there's some pretty cool stuff, and I'm sure there will be. So let's go inside. So I have walked into the museum, I have came through the lobby, up the stairs, just to give you an overlook first of all. So the museum is down below here, and I'll tell you what, there is so much to see here. I don't think I'm going to be able to cover all of this in the video, so I'm going to try my best and show you some really cool things in here. I just can't believe that it's free. Still can't believe that this is free to walk around, to come along. They've even got a cafe over there. They've got a great play area, play park outside, which I can't record, of course, for obvious reasons, for young kids to play in. There's so much going on here, so I can't wait to go back down. I thought I'd come up here just to get a better overview of this engine. So I think it's a colliery winding engine. See that working just now in this condition. engineering. Let's head back downstairs and have a walk around, see what awesome things we can see. I can't cover every single little thing because there's a lot in here. But let's go and have a look around. Confectionery manufacturing tools. A sugar pan, a comfort pan, a mixer. Sweets, Iron Brew Crunch, rolled packets. Inside here, what do we have inside? Oh, hey! I was wondering what was going on there. They got some music stuff, dancing obviously with music. We have some Scotland football memorabilia. I'm just trying to figure out what it is. So we've got cups and medals and magazines and whatnot. This is pretty awesome, this. Let's twist it again. I'm going to get copyright on this video. Hopefully I can keep it in this clip. I'm going back outside. Oh wow, look at this classic car. What kind of car is this? Singer Chamios? Yeah, as you can tell, I do not know my cars. The bike there as well. Look at that camera. Imagine trying to vlog with that camera. What is that? The Co-op pediment. This pediment was rescued from the Co-op building in Murray Hall Street, Coatbridge, before being demolished in 1988. Made of sandstone, it depicts three figures representing justice. Built in 1898, it was part of the facade of the new Central Grocery. That is, look at the detail on that. I can see something spinning. Let's go have a look at that, because I can see it spinning and I can also hear it. I have found it. What is going on here now? The foundries and casting. So iron and steel castings were made in a foundry. These semi-finished castings could be used to make a variety of objects like engine or machine parts. Many engineering firms had their own foundry for works maintenance or to supply other companies. So that's what that is there, I believe. We have a big fire pump here. Look at that. Look at the condition that's in. A picture at the back there with it in use, well not use, but back when it was used. What's going on here?
Powered machine tools replace many hand tools, requiring equipment to be developed to meet the new manufacturing processes. With these tools, metal could be bent, pressed, sheared, turned, punched, drilled or riveted, all with unprecedented precision and speed. Machine tools can be broken down into two types: light tools like lathes, drills, milling machines, grinders, and the heavy tools like the huge steam hammers and presses. But tools are useless without operators, and a key factor in Scotland's success as an engineering country is down to the skill and talent of the men and women on the machines. A regular sight in many of North Lanarkshire's engineering firms were rooms full of machinists working on components.
This looks pretty cool. You can listen to a few stories. So we'll listen to an apprentice.
Well, your initial apprenticeship was a period of 5 years, but what they tried to do was give you between 4 and 6 months on each machine. Once you'd mastered all that, if you're in there employed as an apprentice fitter, they put you through all the machining processes first, then they put you into the fitting shop. You've got to be very skilled, because it's a dangerous job at the end of the day, and you've really got to know what you're doing. Obviously, you're moving parts, moving at rapid speeds. So, i.e. your loose clothing, watches, rings, your hair, things like that, you would make protection against. There was only two major accidents in the 12 years that I can remember in Warwick Parsons. And I would think at the end of the day, the people that happened to it was basically their own fault. One, he had long hair and he was working a radial drill. He put his head in where he shouldn't have put it, and the spindle of the drill caught his hair and basically scalped him. And the other accident was in the tool room. The boy was using a forging hammer and turned around to talk to somebody and put an item into the hammer.
I have found what is called to be a steam hammer. Look at this piece of kit. Look at this equipment. I don't know if you can quite make that out, but overall what it says is the largest shingling hammers would descend and strike the ball of puddled iron with such force that the noise was fearful and would make the ground shake over 80 feet away. Between each hammer strike, the shingler would turn the ball with his tongs. Each strike would remove liquid slag and shape the ball into a bloom, which would then be taken to a rolling mill. Now I believe there's an animated bit to show you. We've got this here, this contraption, this little animated steam hammer, which shows you how it works. Just coming round the corner into just more amazingness. Look at this steam locomotive that we've seen from overhead. Now that's the overhead bit. When we look down, when we came into the museum. This locomotive was built by an Airdrie firm, which is was a local firm. This is the engine spent nearly all of its working life at Loganlee Colliery in Midlothian, transporting coal and men. And it came to Summerlee, where we are here in 1989. So leaving the locomotive behind me, I am walking towards, which is just reminding me of Universal Studios Florida, a globe. Look at that there. There's just so much going on. Very hard to show everything, like I said, all these little things to look at. I'm going to go into this War and Society. I don't know how to get in. There we go. In here you've got a lot of war memorabilia and clothes. Kind of panicked there a little bit when I seen clothes on the floor, not gonna lie. The mirror you can check out. Look at the gas masks.
Amongst them, the 1st Battalion Lanarkshire Volunteer Regiment. See here marching through Coatbridge.
Some medals there. What size that medal there?
Carrying out the men's work while their husbands and sons are in the trenches. Lanarkshire women are busy producing
very well set up. Some videos here as well.
And equally
Posters.
at Coatbridge's Ironworks. War has to be funded. It's an expensive business, and the military devise a novel scheme to raise money. Julian the Tank is toured throughout the country. Crowds gather to see this wonder of modern technology. Good citizens all over the country throw their spare change into the tank bank and buy war bonds, raising millions of pounds to purchase more tanks, ships and guns to help the war effort. 1918 sees peace return to Europe. The euphoria is short-lived. As soon after the celebrations have finished, the international economic depression badly affects North Lanarkshire's heavy industries.
So much history to learn here. I could literally spend an hour just sitting in here watching the videos, learning all the history, looking at all the intricate items from the war. You've got gas masks, helmets, knives. Look at all this, look at all the helmets. There are banners. You get different pods like this, but for different things. We're going to head out of this kind of pod area and to another one. This is about identity. So I'm not too sure what's in here, but it looks like there's a lot of sash wearing, dress wearing, women's guild, friendly societies. Immigration. The protest and reform. Politics, industry, corruption.
In the Lanarkshire area, my belief is that we were against the state. You know, when the miners were rescued, ready
for action.
They were getting 10 times
Fight for the franchise.
After the miners went back to work.
So a lot of banners and a lot of striking memorabilia I've taken from all this.
From having 250,000 miners employed in the industry, and this year 2008, just over 2,000 people, a lot.
So we head back out of this pod. And back to where we've been in that pod, we were dancing away in that one. There's the car that I don't know the name of or can't pronounce. Going to head round to the opposite side and see what else we can see. I'm trying to cover the main things. Again, it's very, very intricate in regards to all the details that are here. There's another angle, another look of this large contraption. This is called the pig iron, and this is the first ironworks in Coatbridge area was at Calder in 1800s. So it's Coatbridge is Scotland's largest iron producing area with almost 50 blast furnaces in operation. By the end of the 19th century, the town became known as the Iron Borough. Coatbridge also had one of the world's greatest ironworks with 16 blast furnaces producing 100,000 tonnes of pig iron a year in the 1860s. Did you spot the worker up the top there? So I'm going to call it a day. It's very warm in here. It's a very nice day. I'm going to call it a day just now. I'm going to go and get a souvenir press penny. So I'm going to show you that just now. And yeah, I'm going to head out and we'll end the video shortly. So let's go and get a press penny as a souvenir. And yeah, we'll head out. I've had an awesome day. This is a fantastic, fantastic museum. I don't think I've really scratched the surface really on it. I've been walking around myself as well, have a look at a few things. So cool. So let's go get a souvenir penny and head on out. There we go. So I've picked my design. Very stiff. So I got my press penny souvenir. It says Summerlee Coal Company. And now I'm just heading out. And we can close the video shortly. That was really cool, really enjoyed that. Something different, like I say. I don't really remember coming here when I was younger, but I've really enjoyed it. Well, that's it. I have finished episode 6 here in Summerlee. Great to be back. A lot more that I can cover, but it's just a lot to take in, so I might be back one day, and yeah, I can always add that to future content as well. So hopefully you've enjoyed that video. You've enjoyed this episode 6 and places to see in Scotland, something different from myself. Something different than not being in Orlando, Florida, I know, but when I am back in Scotland, then it's something different for me to do. So that's why I brought that content over, and hopefully you like it. So if you have liked it, hit like, share, subscribe, support the channel, follow me on Instagram, Facebook, all the links down below to my social media. And yeah, I've got so much more coming up. Hopefully you join me. My next big trip is going to be next weekend, where I'm going to Disneyland Paris for the first time. So I'm going to Disneyland Paris for a couple of nights. So join me for those vlogs. Hit subscribe so you don't miss out. Hit the notification bell as well so you get a notification when those videos up. And yeah, this whole series I'm going to put all 6 videos up at the one point. So there's going to be a playlist for that. And yeah, hopefully you have liked it. So yeah, so show your support. hit subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video. Thank you for watching, and until next time, bye bye.